But I was...
You don't really know all this stuff, but the
I didn't
know.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I just was like, whoa. And then it started making me think, man, like, I am so privileged to even hold this passport.
Uh-huh.
Because all the people that I'm serving food to right now, they look the same as me.
Oh, I see.
Do you get what I mean? And the guys would also think that I was asked all the time, am I Eritrean, am I Sudanese, am I what?
See.
And then as soon as my mouth opened and I spoke,
they think like,
okay. Yeah.
I think you get kind of like some either Sudan or
if I wore a headscarf, I think I could get away with something.
Like, especially if you speak a little bit language.
But when I was after I separated from the charity, because I decided to go my own way, and I wanted to just have conversations with people.
Okay.
That was I didn't want to just serve food and give clothes, because I didn't feel like that was actually doing anything other than making people feel, like pushed down in society. Like, I wanted to have an actual conversation, like understand what are they going through, like, and for them to know about me as well. Like an actual friendship, not just me feeding you.
I see.
And so and from that I developed a really nice group of friends. And from that, I ended up dating someone whose name is Yusuf, and from there, this love story of he's come from Chad, he's gone through the legal immigrant route, all these things, and the best way for me to describe this journey is that, like, imagine I'm crossing on a train and he's climbing the mountain.
Oh wow, okay.
And we did that to France. And then we went to Belgium for a bit of time as well. So actually the reason why I carried on being so involved in this was because I was in a relationship with someone who didn't have documents for 4 years.
Oh wow.
So I ended up kind of like, seeing how hard it is. Sleeping on the streets as well. I chose to sleep in the tent in La Chapelle in Paris. Getting hosed down with water.
Oh, wow.
At 4 a.m, like these kind of things, like all the, like I chose to live that life because I was in love with Yusuf, and Yusuf didn't have documents.
Oh, okay. So you cannot leave somewhere else, and the life is not really easy to move around for him.
Yeah, and at the time as well, it was quite hot on the news that if you accommodated someone who hasn't got documents, they were sending you to prison. They were given 4-year sentences at that time, 2017. There was like some crazy things going on.
Yeah, I think there's a big crisis when it comes to like all the African coming to Europe. That's But again, it's like the story more than just what we see or what we sometimes listen some part of it. Deeply when you spend time and the people who actually been experienced by themselves, going through this old trauma, let alone passing and cross-bordering Mediterranean desert, human trafficking, beating, and after this trauma, and the pain part is like actually when you at least in a better place where that's what your hope, that's your faith, and because a lot of time you give up your situation back home and you move in the direction you think maybe this will be better. When you get to that destination, but then again it's like the system, it's kind of way of building and being again is because there is a lot of barrier in place and language and information and not knowing place, all this stuff honestly, because you sleep in the camp, you sleep in the tent, and I'm assuming actually when you cross the border you have to hide yourself away with them or with that person. Having that experience actually that empower that
oh my gosh, I need to tell you one story.
Inspire you, it's like obviously now you keep helping with what you can in so many people, and I think it's a very reasonable, it's very inspiring, taking out of from your life and being just say I want to help with what I can, and then just dedicate your life to this.
Thanks.
Yeah. So what are the stories?
No, I just remember one time we're in Belgium, and I rented out a place, super cheap rent, and obviously Yusuf was staying there with me, and we would accommodate our friends who were trying to cross the border to the UK. So what would happen is that like at 2 a.m. I'll get a knock on the door. They didn't manage to get onto a lorry, so they would come and sleep at my place basically.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And there was like, I think there was quite a large number of guys who were going through this cycle, and but Yusuf was staying put with me at that time, and then one of the neighbours had been watching this movement of people going in and out of the apartment,
Okay.
and reported it to the police.
Oh wow.
And I remember the police knocked on the door, and I like saw like through a window, and I'm like, and I had to run, but all the towels you had to go, because there's about 10 toothbrushes. You have to hide everything, all the food in the thing. You have to in the fridge. You need to make sure it looks like only me who's living there.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And then Yusuf ran for it, like ran upstairs and hid. Yeah, and it's just like these kind of situations happen daily around Europe, and
I think that it happen a lot of people. Obviously, people who like are less fortunate, and they figure out of finding just where they can rest, or they can have at least sometimes for temporary. Do you think that will be like people have a choice of doing that, or like that situation lead you to do that such stuff? I'm assuming that maybe that story happened to other people as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? I know quite a few people who are helping to accommodate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's it kind of naturally flowed into a situation where I would have like 10 people sleeping in my lounge, because at the end of the day you don't want to see anyone sleeping outside in the streets. I don't know if you know what's going on in Belgium, in the Nord Station,
where they want to travel.
And it's just crazy, and at winter time it's so painfully cold that how can you allow anyone to be outside? It doesn't matter if they're illegal or not illegal, like you can't allow someone to be going through that if you've got a spare room.
I think that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that happening years, and I mean a lot of people who maybe actually some people who may died, and that's really it happened. People because they get rejected by somewhere else, and they trying to find another chance. And that I think because for me, people think like sometimes we quite fast to judge. And I'm trying to understand the cause. I'm trying to understand the root of that pain. If someone is struggling coming out of, and the trauma is always keep happening. But like what that happened, people try to escape that situation. Maybe, for example, one particular thing is like the guy come to me. He asked like, "Hey, I need a couple of pennies. Like I want to buy alcohol." And I said like, no, I don't buy alcohol for you, but I can buy food for you. And it's like, no, the alcohol helping me to forget my situation, and also keeping me warm. I forget about myself when I drank. I was like, wow, that really. So this is how you escape your life. It's like he's normally like if I drink, or manage to smoke, I forget, and even I don't feel cold. Like that's why I keep doing it, because. So this is stuff I did. Think of like why actually do you to yourself. Is like when I understand that people do this stuff because I think they don't have a choice. That they think it's a situation of solution of escaping one. I think and there is a lot of pain. That's why I really created this channel, and I try to just bring so many unique stories and so many testimonies, and also I love to reconnect more people together and just be